Wow, that was a great offensive performance of the Phillies as they defeat the Atlanta Braves 9-5 last night as they get the series split in this one. I think I'm very content with this. I went into this series, I think, on the last game with the New York Mets, obviously when we were in Queens on the last series, game. I said I'd be very, very content with a series split, and I'm like, we're probably not even going to do that. And we did do that, and I really like the way the series went. You don't know how much the Braves are really, trying their hardest because you know that they're a lock, right? And they're gonna win. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna win this division. So who knows if they're really playing it, given that they're all. I mean, they still played very well in this whole series. I think both of these teams did, but. Yeah, still, I don't know how hard they were really trying. I think if this was like mid-July or at the beginning of the season, who knows what the outcome would have been. But overall, very nice series. You got this first place Atlanta Braves team that is just steamrolling everybody right now, and they're 91 and 57. They're having a fantastic season. So. I think, we went into the series with kind of low expectations for this Phillies team, as I did, right? But they really outperformed our expectations, but yet does that really mean anything? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if it really means that much to me. Listen, I don't want to seem like the Grim Reaper here. I don't want to seem like the devil's advocate that always talks down upon everything, right? You've seen me get excited throughout this year. But this Phillies team is good at drawing you in, right? Drawing you in. So guys, don't fall for it. Don't fall for the trap, right? I call it the trap. Don't fall for it. It's like a bait. It's almost like when a guy puts out a mouse trap for a mouse, and the mouse takes the bait, and they end up getting their, feelings hurt. And they end up obviously, they end up not getting what they want, and they end up getting fooled greatly, right? So that's how I think it is here. Maybe the Phillies are putting out traps, trying to get us involved, and then when we do get involved, they're like, oh, never mind. We go back to being the Phillies again, right? So I wouldn't read too much into this series, but overall, a nice series. Again, you did what you had to do here. This is a good Atlanta Braves team, and you split the series, and you have a chance to finish with a above 500 homestand if you can sweep out the Boston Red Sox, who you swept out in Fenway. So it's going to be a little bit challenging to sweep out the Boston Red Sox, considering that we had to, we swept them out in Boston. They're going to be coming here wanting some redemption. And obviously every team wants to win, but when you sweep out another squad and they come back to you, they want to return the favor. Am I right? So the Phillies have to have their guard on. They cannot let their guard down here, and they have to continue to fight, right? So that's how I feel about the Phillies Red Sox type thing. It's a quick 2-game series. So the Phillies just get the job done. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But overall, very nice performance. There's only 5 home games left, ladies and gentlemen. 16 left on the year. That's just crazy. We are basically done this season. Let's pick it up. Top of the first inning, did not look good. Ronald Acuna Jr. gets on base. Franco, he had a nice play. It was not a very good throw for Acuna Jr. Gets on first, steals second. It was a high throw from JT. And obviously, Juice Miley isn't the quickest to home plate. He gets the second, and then he steals third. So there you go. You got a runner at third. We have Ozzie Albies in a 3-2 count. And I couldn't see from there. I think it was kind of like a high fastball. He whacks it out to left center. 380 feet, and the Braves take a 2-0 lead. Did not look good to start that. Starts the top of the first inning. And Cesar Hernandez just absolutely destroys a home run. Towering shot to right. Way back there, 405 feet. I think it's a couple of times now that he's gone way back there like that. And it's now 2-1. Then in the bottom of the second inning, Adam Hazley homers to right center. That was another kind of towering shot, 393 feet. It was a 2-run shot, and it's now 3-2 Phillies. And actually, I was out in the center field talking with one of my friends out there, and we were just talking. Segura just cranked a home run on the left. 2-run shot. It's now 5-2. And that was in the bottom of the third inning. Then Adam Duvall hit a home run on the left center. We were literally sitting out there in center field. The ball was like 15 feet away from us. It wasn't far from us. We saw it. It bounced up on it was actually, obviously, it wasn't cool to see, another player in the other team hit a home run. But, I'd never caught a home run ball before. I'd never been close to – I don't usually sit in the outfield, so I never had a ball, like a home run ball. But it was pretty cool to be sitting close to that and seeing that. So, obviously, I wasn't happy that they hit a two-run home run. So now it's 5-4 in the top of the fourth. And Cesar Hernandez singles to right. Franco scores. It's now 6-4. Then in the top of the seventh inning, We have Ronald Acuna Jr. I believe it was a 3-1 count or 3-2 count. He crushes a home run to dead center field. It was closer to right center, but it still was crushed into the Phillies bullpen. 425 feet. It's now 39 home runs for him. He is closing in on 40 home runs, 40 stolen bags. He sits at 39 home runs in the season. He sits at 37 stolen bases. So he just needs to get 3 more stolen bases, or I believe it's 36 or 37. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do know he has 39 home runs. That I do know from memorization. So 425 feet, and it's now 6-5. Then Sean Rodriguez, bottom of the 8th inning, double to left. Hazley scored. It's now 7-5. Then JT Realmuto, 25th home run of the season, bottom of the 8th inning, 2-run shot to right, 405 feet. It's now 9-5 Phillies. Need to go on the win by that score, 9-5. Let's take a look at the box score. In this one, Cesar Hernandez, 2 for 4, 1-run scored, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, a pair of strikeouts. JT Realmuto, 1 for 5, 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout. Bryce Harper, 0 for 4. Yet again, I curse Bryce Harper, really. I am the curse for Bryce. I think it's fair to say he has never hit a home run. I think I've been to like 10 games this year, not one home run I got to see. I don't think I've even seen him even driving a run. So I am officially Bryce Harper's curse. I can officially say that. I guess I can't officially say it until the end of the year. I'm thinking I'm going to like 3 more games. So I guess I can't officially say it until the end of the year, but I guarantee I am this Harper's worst enemy for some reason. I don't know why. I am his bad luck. So he goes over. That's all a joke. But, seriously, he never does anything. The part of him not doing anything when I'm at the game is actually true. He never does anything. But he's still my favorite player. I still go out there and cheer for him every time. I do get a little unhappy with him sometimes. Like when I'm at the game, he doesn't do anything. Come on, man. Do something. He goes 0 for 4 with a walk. He walked when I left the game. Of course, when I leave, he does something good. Rhys Hoskins, not that it was anything special, it's just a walk. 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Gene Segura, 2 for 4, 1 run scored, 2 RBI. And Scott Kingery, 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 2 strikeouts. And Adam Hazley, 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, and 2 walks. Michael Franco, 2 for 4, 1 run scored. He hit the nice double down the right field line. Brad Miller, 0 for 1. Drew Smiley 0 for 1 as well. Izzy Perella 0 for 1. And Sean Rodriguez 1 for 1, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. All that good stuff. Drew Smiley, 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. Only 3 of them earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts because of that error from Franco. So that's how all that went down. Excuse me, that was not an error on Franco. That was actually a miscatch from Rhys Hoskins. That was my fault. I just read the wrong information. Jared Hughes, an inning and 2/3, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Ranger Suarez, a third of an inning. Parker, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. No walks, 1 strikeout. Jose Alvarez, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Hector Neris, 1 and 1/3, 2 strikeouts. I apologize about the Hoskins, the Franco thing, rather. I just read the wrong thing. It said that it was looking at like the box score, and I actually got the words mixed up. Never mind. So, guys, it's a lot of information to read. So, other than that, nice series. Again, I'm content with this series. I think we played very well. We're only 2 games out of wildcard spot. We are now tied with the New York Mets for 3rd place. And they have a very easy schedule the rest of the way. And I was talking with one of the people yesterday, and we were talking, and we're thinking, I don't want to be negative here. I don't want to put a damper on this series split with the Atlanta Braves, but we very well could finish in 4th place. And I know that might be, making people upset, but you look at our schedule. We have the Boston Red Sox 2 games in Philly. You got to go back to Atlanta. You get the off day on Monday. You go to Atlanta. Then you got Cleveland. And you got a 5-game set in Washington, D.C., which is going to be brutal for the Phillies, and you got to go back home and play in Miami, 3 games. You may be thinking, it's Miami, right? It's 3 wins. Well, not for the Phillies this year. They've had their struggles. I don't think I need to say that. I made that very, very clear. They had their struggles against this Miami team this year. So it's not going to be an easy path for the Phillies to the playoffs. They could do it, but the Mets have an easier schedule the rest of the way. So that's why, people are saying, but I still think we're a better team than New York Mets, of course, but it's not. It's not something you want to get your hopes up about. And after every win, we've been just playing 500 ball. We can't get get on a run. We can't get 10 games over. We always have to stop around 5 or 6. So good teams know how to get further than that. So I think that, obviously I understand people want to be optimistic. I don't have no problem with positivity and being optimistic, but you got to keep in the reason. So that's how I feel about this Phillies team. I still am positive. I mean, I think no matter what happens this year, playoffs or not, I still think that next year it needs to be improved with the pitching. I don't care what happens this year. Obviously, we win the World Series, and that's awesome, which is like a 1% chance it can happen. We're not even going to make the playoffs, let alone, at least I don't think. But World Series is like a less than a percent chance of happening. But improvements need to be made, and whether that's a new GM, yes, I understand. How could you say it after only 1 year with the superstars? But I think the real question is here is this question was brought up, and I'm going to make this very quick. What year was better, last year to 2018 or this year 2019? Now, I think we're on track to have obviously a better record than last year. But the only thing that was good about last year, guys, was that we weren't expected to do really anything. We signed Santana and Arrieta last year and a few others, kind of somewhat well-known players. But we won with those players, and that made it exciting. This year, we're like, oh my gosh, we signed Harper, we traded for JT, we traded for Gene, we got some good relief pitching and everything else. And you're thinking, wow, we're just going to go through and steamroll everybody in the NL East. Well, it didn't work out as the way we thought it would, of course. So I don't know. I mean, we're going to finish with a better record than last year, but the thing is that just the mentality of last year, I think, was like more exciting because like the feeling, because like we weren't expected to do it. We were just outperforming like you wouldn't believe. And this year, we're playing better than we did last year. We're underperforming because we should be playing so much better. So that's how I feel. Let me know if you agree with that. So Boston Red Sox, 2-game series. I'd love to see a sweep. I'm going to be having some guests on this weekend. I'm planning to have a guest come on Sunday morning, and then Phillies updates is going to be coming on Sunday afternoon. You're going to wait to see. Well, I guess I'll say Noah, who came on in, I believe, late June. He's going to be coming back on. I told you he'd be coming back on right before the end of the season. He's going to be coming on the Vidcast, making his second appearance this year. So get ready for that, guys. And unfortunately, having some technical difficulties here loading the stat sheet that I used to. Here it is. It's been very slow. So let's take a look at the pitching in this upcoming Boston-Philadelphia series. Rodriguez for the Red Sox, 17-6 with a 3.73 ERA. That's game 1, 7-5. Aaron Nola, 12-5 with a 3.7 ERA. That's hopefully he could get those struggles of September behind him and have a good start in the month of September. But who knows? He's been a really bad pitcher month of September his whole career, not just this year, but also last year, even when he was like in this race for the Cy Young and many, many years before that. So that's game 1, 7-5, the first pitch. I think I'm going to go to that game. 105 on Sunday, the finale. It's kind of weird to see an off day on a Friday. It's very strange. Boston Red Sox, Burke Porcello, 12-12 with a 5.83 ERA, and Jason Vargas, 6-7 with a 4.31 ERA. So we'll see what happens, guys. So it's Rodriguez, Nola, game 1, 7-5, and you got on the finale game, the quick 2-game series, the finale game, 105, Porcello, 12-12 with a 5.83 ERA, Vargas, 6-7 with a 4.31 ERA. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Please smash the like on this video. Please tell all your friends about these videos. Please turn on the notification bell. And I will see you later. I'm probably going to make a video maybe tomorrow night after the game, or I'm going to be busy making videos this weekend. I got to make the Eagles video and all that kind of stuff. So very, very busy weekend with the videos. So especially when football season picks up and the videos get it's a lot of videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I will talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. See you guys.